We made it in. I already put this stuff in. When I say in, I mean inside of there. That'd be weird. Now we're gonna drop in and hit some. I already did the pre-workout too. So basically I mix up the creatine, the pre-workout, put about this much in the jug, chug it. I drank my HMB, or the pills. What do? They mitigate muscle breakdown, pal. Pretty simple. Now we're gonna throw in the branch chain amino acids. This is Innova Farm. Not real picky with what I have. I just try to find a flavor and make sure it's including BCAAs and ECAs, or EAAs, sorry. This flavor is called Oh My God. I don't make the rules, pal. So now we use the same shaker, just in case some creatine didn't go down my stomach. And there's a little in here, right? I want to make sure we hit that too. Today, we're going to work on arms. Now, how often do I do arms? Standard, I do arms twice a week. I do a dedicated arm day, and which happens to be today. And I either, depending on where I'm at, depending on what I did last week, depending on how sore I am, depending on what I have to do the next couple days, I either superset with low break time, low time between sets, or I just completely hit all triceps first and then all biceps next, which is my favorite by far. And really what I'll do here is I'll warm up and feel it out. And if I'm feeling good, I'm probably going to just do 6-7 straight sets. Don't do the thing, dude. Of triceps, and then we'll attack biceps right after. Same thing, 6-7 sets, something like that. Okay, but we're in here for a reason. Nice gym. I'd like to sit here and just look around and enjoy it just as much as the next guy or girl, but we're not going to do that. We're going to let the pre sit in. We're going to spend a little time over there on the cable machine, and I'll show you what I kind of do to warm up. Besides the obvious dynamic stretching, but let's taste this. I've only had this a couple times. I don't know why, but each time, if I haven't had something a bunch, I don't really remember what it tastes like. Tastes like I'm on a cruise. Shout out Royal Caribbean. But let's move this mess out of here. I don't like to have a mess while I'm lifting. We'll move this over there to the shelving. And we'll warm up. Okay. A little heavy for me. Let's take a couple off. Again, I haven't stretched or anything yet, which probably isn't right, but who said I was right? Why can't I be wrong? I'll be putting a shelf here for all my attachments. I actually have it. I could mount that sucker today. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. So sometimes I use the grips for what they're not used for, but if I can use them for it, seems to me like they can get used for it. Think about that real quick, okay? And all these motions, like, they're not standard perfect form motions here. It's just what I feel like I need to do to warm up the joints and the muscles and all the things, you know. And when I start my arm wrestling training, I should say my forearm training, realistically, I'll be doing a lot of work on this sucker. A lot of work. And I also, this is the only machine I got that carries the 1-inch bars. I didn't really think about that when I got it. However, I had a bunch of 1-inch plates, so it's kind of handy. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do much with them. A lot of times I'm less about warming up and more about feeling what could be a potential issue with the muscle that I'm going to be training that day. So far, I don't feel any specific issues with the muscles, the tricep bicep area. So I don't need to get too crazy. Like I said, there's some clicks in the elbow, but there's always clicks. That's the whole point of doing this. Okay. Obviously, we're going to be doing biceps too. Any issues with the bicep? Feels okay. Okay. Let me hit some small circles. Shout out the old baseball training warm-up circle. We're going to hit these this way, hit these this way. We're going to do bigger circles and littler circles, or smaller, whatever you want to call them. Look, you want to see? This is it. Let's do it like this. Let's do about 10. What is this for? A guy like me with horrible mobility in the shoulders and elbows. You should just hear everything grinding. It's absolutely amazing. Go the other direction. Probably a lot of that is I've been sitting on my couch working, estimating jobs, and yeah, I'm just, think about it. It's tough to do, man. It's tough on the body. But let's get into the first working set. I'll start out, you won't see my little warm-up sets. I'll grab some smaller weight, but what are we gonna do? Probably seated single arm overhead tricep extensions, okay? Okay. First one, single arm overhead extensions. There's not much you can see here. Probably see more of my tricep from the back side, but get over it. Just kidding. We're gonna do first set of this. Generally I go a little heavier, I think, but let's start with 30. Okay, that's fine. Good thing I started with that. So sometimes I don't go far down, get that major stretch. But this time I am, which is perfect 10 reps. Go till just about failure. This is a vulnerable position. If you relax your tricep during that stretch and try to re-engage it, you can absolutely tear it, but you don't want to do that. Get up, get this part of your arm straight up in the air. Tense the tricep. Assist it down. Okay, that's good. We'll do another set. Want to go a little heavier here? 35. It's been about a minute and a half. Woo. Okay. I think I'd normally do another set of that, but we only get 7 sets-ish. So let's do some skull crushers. Okay. We're going heavier. Oh. Okay. Go up. Woo! Okay. Woo! Felt good. I'm gonna do another last one, then we're gonna hit rope extensions. Ooh. Up. Up. Wow. Something about this bar, and I can tell looking at it, that if you actually find middle of the bar and go out in a Y like this side is longer. So it's like, so there's a lot of weight on this side. Or vice versa. I'm putting more load on my left side, whatever's going on. Someday I'll get a better bar. But I'm a little low on funds, if you can't tell. But Let's do 2 sets of rope extensions, and we'll move on to biceps. So these are going to be some sort of slow, controlled ascend. The descend, I'm going to go for like an explosive, completely straighten out, flex the tricep, and almost picture holding it for a second. But as soon as I know I'm good, I'm going to start lower it down, maybe 2 seconds down. And we'll see how long I can do that. The old rope's getting frail. Okay. Ooh. Oh, get to the point where you can't do any full range. Get them partial out. Keep the same form, just extend the arm as far as you can extend it. You're going to start here. It's going to get harder. You shouldn't be failing on a full on these. You want to fail like as much as you can get. You know what I mean? Because it's still working. You're still working, man. That's when a lot of the gains is put into place. Supposedly. I'm just a dumb electrician. All right, we'll do it again. All the blood is in the tricep area. There's not a lot of definition. But that's the point. That's how you know you're getting a pump. Ask Arnold Schwarzenegger. All right. Last set. I'm going to start with, I think, 5 and 5. I'm going to do 5 explode down, 5 ease up. Slow down 5, fast down 5. But start with fast first. Come on. Ooh, I lost count. Burnout. Yeah. Yeah. Sloppy form. Oh man. Woo! We got a little pump in there. Let's go right to arms. Wait, I mean biceps. You know what I mean. The blood's all here. Now, one of my favorite reasons to do triceps first, as I've said this a lot. Sorry about this. This is from a suction cup to hold that trim up. But one of my favorite reasons is as you're curling up now, you get that tight squeeze on the bicep. It just feels like it's stretching the whole backside, the whole tricep, the skin. It feels like it's just gonna tear, which is, I don't know, I'm a freak or not, but I love it. Let's start with some 35s. Make sure everything feels good, and then I'll probably go into preacher or easy bar, you know. Okay. Blood's in there. Let's not count that. That's just a warm-up set. See how I'm feeling with the... I'm going to go after that until failure. It's the what I tricep skull crushed here. And we'll see if I can do it or not. I used to be able to do it, but I had a lot more carbs in me. I think I'm at 40 grams of carbs today. We'll give it a shot. That's all we can do. We'll do as many as I can. We'll decide how many times I want to do it. and we'll go from there. All sorts of bicep work I can do in here, all sorts. So I gotta hit 6-7 sets minimum. Let's get after it. It hasn't been long. Okay. We'll get the heavier of the sets done first. Probably one more of those. Go back to dumbbells, get a little bit of volume in. That's not productive. Maybe. Send me the link. Ain't got all day. Okay, that was fun. Let's get some blood pumping. Sheesh. Okay. Told you, like smoke. Oh, you waiting on me? My bad. See if we can't throw the 50s around. Oh. Oh. Rest pause. Oh. Woo! Gotta get that AC hooked up. 80% humidity in right here. In right here. In here right now. We'll get her done. Add it to my list. Get right into it. Been about 60 seconds. Story of your life, huh? Come on. Oh, so I can see you there, as you can see there. Oh, I'm emphasizing or exaggerating anything, holding the squeeze on these, because a lot of times I'm not really holding the squeeze on my other exercises too much, right? So I love this because the same resistance is in this. The force is always same in each part. That's why it's built the way it is, right? Force is always pulling, you know, that angle. So let's see. That's what did I do here? That was a warm-up set. I hit that for 2. Then I did 3, 4. Have I only done 4? This will only be my 5th set. Yeah. So I got 6. I'm gonna hit this for 1 more, and then I'll do a burnout on cables, and that's it. Don't tell me you can't get your workout in the middle of, or an easy amount of time. This video is gonna be short. But Jack, what about the rest times? Yeah, they exist. You know, we're still on excuses, man. One of them's a problem. So in about 30 seconds, it's long enough. Let's pump it out now. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Wow. Just like that. Let's hit some cables. Let's finish the last little bit of the branch chain amino. Okay, move this to the bottom. It's just a burnout. Oh. Let's talk about it. Oh. Just like that. We play it not by ear, but by how we feel, how the pump feels. I mean, I'm not very cut right now. Mind you, I've been way bigger, like body weight wise. I've been 260. I had a little bit more muscle then. I think I've lost some. I'm slacking, which is basically just the diet. Not a lot of definition. I don't really have good gym lighting like all them cheaters. But, dude, you built a gym. Why didn't you build gym lighting? I just wanted to be bright in here. Didn't care about like the certain lumens and, you know, colors and everything you need to make yourself look massive. Don't care. I figure the better I look in the mirror, the less hard I'm going to try, you know. Like, oh, I achieved all my goals, right? So, I'm just kidding. But these are my main lighting. I could always add like a whole section between these where I shut these off and then turn on like the gym lighting. But I got white walls, a lot of reflections, which is good. I just want it bright in here. If I want to kick the lights off, work out in the dark, no problem. But that just, that sums it up. I mean, there's not, you know, the number one thing I hear is that I don't have time. I'm on the other side of it, right? Obviously, I do this because I love it, not because I should, right? Obviously, I wouldn't have built this place if I should. I would have just got some bands, and you can do a lot with bands and a set of dumbbells, even without the dumbbells. You know how much you can do with bands, resistance training? You can get ripped. You can lift stuff around your house. There's always a way. You don't need all the stuff. But everybody's got to be addicted to something, right? At least it's not the hard stuff, you know what I mean? So make do with what you can, and you put 30 to 40 minutes a day in, you can almost hit every muscle group that you're trying to hit. You know, I recommend new people push pull legs. Simple. Everybody says it, right? And you're like, well, I can't lift 3 days a week. I don't have time. Mainly, you're lying. You just don't want to, or you don't love it as much as you should, or you shouldn't love it, right? You know, everything's got its downsides, right? If you're addicted to lifting, it might, you know, mess up something else going on in your life. But listen, if you really want to do it and you love it, you'll make time for it. If not, like I said, push pull legs in a week. If you're like, oh, I can only, this is like dramatic, but if you can only lift like once a week, I don't know how that's even possible. I mean, dude, there's so much time in the day. Jesus. But if you can, do push pull legs still. Just do push 1 week, pull the next week, legs the next week. And I'm just trying to help the major group of people that say they don't have time. If you can work out 3 times in a week, do push pull legs. If you can do it one muscle group once a week, that's perfect. You can do like my setup, which is over perfect. I try to set it up so I have 2 full rest days between muscle groups, right? Which is, it's kind of off, but I either hit every muscle group twice a week except for legs, or chest or shoulders. So right now I'm hitting chest twice a week, but like 1 week I'm working on or one part of the week I'm working on upper. 1 week is dedicated strictly to flat, right? Arms, so I'll run through it one more time for you. Chest day, my first day of the week, wherever it falls, doesn't matter. Chest day, specifically flat bench, and then I do like flies, whether it be cable or dumbbell. Second day, back. Most of the time that's deadlift, right? Third day, shoulders. I do front, mid, and rear delts. I try to get 5 to 7 sets a piece per section of shoulder. That's a long day, it can be. Today, bicep, tricep. I forgot. Forearms twice a week too. I throw them in when they're feeling good. Tomorrow will be leg day. Hit all the legs. All of them, pal. The next will be, you guessed it, chest and tricep. And the next one after that, you guessed it, back and biceps, right? So think about that. That's almost every muscle group twice a week. And then where's your rest day, Jack? You just said 7 days. You don't have one rest day. What about muscle recovery? I take rest days as I need it, right? I listen to my body. I took a rest day 2-3 days ago. And then what did I do? But did you skip the work? I don't care what. Listen, the lift doesn't care what day of the fucking week it falls on, right? As long as you get the lift in, right? So if you start Monday and Sunday, there's your 7 days. Monday, chest day again. And then you take a rest day Wednesday. What does that mean? Nothing. You keep on keeping on. If you're supposed to hit deadlift, or if you're supposed to hit shoulders Wednesday, but you didn't, you took a rest day, guess what Thursday is? It's shoulders. That means that following Monday, no. That's not chest day anymore. It's back in biceps. Now your chest day is now a Tuesday. That's why don't pay attention to the days of the week when you're addicted to this shit. Just get your lifts in. Because a lot of times people will be like, oh, I'm going to take a rest day, but it's leg day. I don't want to skip leg day. Hell, it is what it is. And then the next day, they don't do legs. They do whatever muscle group is next. Probably bench press again. All you guys are addicted to tricep, bicep, and bench press. Come on. Get them lats some fucking work. But that's enough rambling. I ain't got time to listen to you all day. I got to do my cardio. Okay? Do yours too. Helps the heart and shit. But I'm also on a deficit. I'm down to 220. Don't tell anybody. I'm going to 205. That's a goal. And then this winter, we build strength again. Right now, I'm just trying to maintain with the diet 220 grams of protein a day. Calorie deficit, trying to keep the muscle I've put so much hard work into getting. And yeah, that's kind of just my hope. the end of the day's going to end. Now, listen, as always, be bigger, not bitter. We'll see you in the next workout. You got any questions, fucking just drop them down below, and I'll be like, dude, I don't know. Just a dumb electrician. I'm just kidding. I'll try to give you an answer. But then someone else is going to comment, dude, whatever he just said to you, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I have my PhD, MBA, MBA, ACC, ATL, ADHD, ATT. These commenters, dude. Somebody will answer it for you. Be bigger, not bitter. We'll see you fuzzing later.